My husband and I have 5 children in heaven, and that was certainly no choice of our own. But when I was given the opportunity to learn how to counsel women that had to make the most difficult decision of their lives, one that would not only affect their lives for the rest of their lives, but also the lives of the unborn, I wanted to learn how to do that. When I heard the need for counselors in a crisis pregnancy center in a Sunday school class, it just drew me into that ministry. And then after a while, I learned that women were being hurt, babies were being hurt because of a law that was broken, and it needed to be changed. When I learned that there was an organization that would teach me how to lobby legislators so that we could change that terrible law that was costing lives of women and their children, I wanted to learn everything I could. And Phyllis Schlafly is the premier of teachers. She's been my mentor for 30 years. I love her dearly, and I've trusted her and given her so much of my time and attention because she is a hard taskmaster, but she is a wonderful mentor and a very gentle spirit. And so this is the lady that I have dedicated 30 years and not been paid, but as a full-time volunteer in order to learn how to change the laws that can protect families, not just their lives of the unborn, but also other aspects of the family, even the definition of marriage. Phyllis Schlafly is a woman of such grace and such love, but she is also a very strong character and exactly the kind of teacher that a student would want and need, who really wants to learn. And because she was so good at doing these things herself, but she was also so willing to reach out and to teach others, to bring them up, to teach us to be all we could be too. I was so honored to be asked by Phyllis Schlafly, a woman that I so admired, to lead the Texas Eagle Forum. She is a lady who not only mentors, but also watches who's learning, who's interested, who's willing to commit and go to the extreme even. And so it was such an honor and so humbling when Phyllis Schlafly asked me to lead the Texas Eagle Forum in 1993, something that I did for 23 years. So all total, I've been involved in Eagle Forum for 30 years. To work day in and day out with Phyllis Schlafly for 23 years was the highest calling that I think on this earth I could have received. And I so praise the Lord for that opportunity and for everything that she has taught me, been a mentor to me, and just been a person who cares about me as a person as well as the work that we share. A friend asked me to go to Beijing, China back in 1995 to a United Nations meeting. I thought, oh my goodness. And since that time, I've been following an issue because it is the #1 issue for Texans, our #1 issue in our economy, which is climate change, which affects our oil and gas industry. And so that is something that Phyllis Schlafly has so appreciated that I have been called into because she appreciates the reports not only from these different places around the world that I attend once a year, but also even at her annual meetings asking me to speak and share what I am learning on this issue and how it is impacting our nation. It has been an honor and a privilege to be an unpaid full-time volunteer for 30 years. Not everyone can work full-time, but everyone can do something. If you give yourself over to the Lord and say, "Here, my Lord, use me," watch out because life gets really exciting at that point. And that's what Eagle Forum has meant to me all these years.